Hi, it's Esther, and I'm coming to you live on Facebook a little bit early than I usually do. But the weather is such that I gotta grab it, the weather and the light. Anyway, this is Exploring Creativity. We're back again. And if you don't know what it is, it's when I take about a short amount of time, sometimes a longer amount of time, to talk about a piece of art I've done. And honestly, if anybody's looking at the news, don't. It's horrible. And so this is even more of a time I need to just put out some of the ideas and thoughts that go with making a piece of art, just to bring it back. Some of the ideas that go into exploring creativity. We're going to talk about this piece right there. Yes, we are. But before that, I'm going to link into all of this stuff is on my website. Check it out. That's one of the reasons I'm here. EstherSharrow.com, and there go into the About section and you can find everything. You can find links to all the Exploring Creativities. You can find links to stuff and nonsense. Check it out. Have a great time. Contact me. And also, if you like this video, like, subscribe, share, all that kind of good stuff. Because that's one of the reasons we're here in this capitalist society, so that you can do those things and give awards and feedback. But just to get into the other stuff, this painting behind me is recent work, very recent work. We've been doing a lot of older work. Let's see, I'm going to flip it around because that's what we do. We flip it around. Let's go like this. Hey, Willis. Hi, glad you made it. Anyway, we're going to flip around to this. Thank you so much for showing up. Showing up is like the battle. Not half the battle, it's the whole flipping battle showing up. All right, I'm going to flip this. And as you know, if it stops, just give it a little jig and we're on. Hello. Welcome to this recent painting, which if you've watched others of these, you will know has all sorts of visual connections to what's been going on and what I've been talking about over these last, 24 episodes, and even more if you check out the Instagram. So, yeah, I work abstractly. I will bring you up to speed because, hello, lots of people don't necessarily watch this or watch it all the way through. I don't take it personally. I love it if you show up. Everybody's got life, though, and you got to get on with it. So, yes, I work abstractly, which to some people can be a bit standoffish, but I like it because, well, I don't know, that's just how I do it. But also, it can speak to you directly. Any words I say are just things I happen to be saying. You, Willis, for example, you can go in there and decide it works for you for whatever reason it does. And that's really what we're looking at. Okay, Joe, hey, yes, you're there at long last. Okay, so welcome to the party. So let's talk about a little bit this. I have no title for it yet because it's not entirely born. In fact, I'm inviting you in a little bit to some of the process of the ideas of this kind of work. So what were my ideas? The thing is that when you're making a painting like this, you generally do stuff and you step back and you sit for a while with it. You can sit for moments, days, years before you add certain things. Could this painting be done? I don't know. I can't say I don't feel like it's not done, but it's not done. For me, it's not done because I just like to work on things more. And the question of whether something is done is a big one that people get into a lot. Oh, bonjour, Maud. Thanks for coming. So as far as knowing if something is done or not is something, a thing that artists grapple with. But let's go in and look. Let me tell you some things already, because when I work a lot of times, you'll have a lot of, I tend to go into details and make a lot of small bits, little small repetitive marks that connect and work with little bits. So here we are. We've got inky bits because they want to come in here. But one of the other things I like to work with is macrocosm and microcosm, like the reflection of the small things being a larger thing. So in this work, actually, going around the canvas, it would have been more of a dancing movement. Like initially, it's a lot of green. And you can still see there's a lot of green. But initially, it was all green, only green. And so, yeah, you can be really happy because green is great. We love green. We love green. Festival. Anyway, and different shades of green and opaque greens and transparent. Here it's transparent going through. And then it's opaque. And it's opaque holding its own space, opaquely transparent. More opaque and transparent. Just within the abstract, to be honest, I work, I see it metaphorically, opaque and transparent, communication, understanding, life, like that, what you're looking at right now could also be a painting. We've got details. So anyway, so all this green, so what do you do when you've got a lot of green and you just need to push it around? So again, I see this as metaphorical, but I took out red and I made red circles on it. Now that might just, it's like to bring in contrast. I mean, the contrasting color of green is red. You mix blue and yellow, you get green. You use the other primary, it's red. And so it's going to jerk it up a bit. And in fact, the English have a saying, red and green should never be seen without something in between. I'm not sure I agree with that. I think about it a lot, though. So anyway, I threw some red on there to contrast it up and also to have something to work with, which when you bring something like that into your real life, is this art therapy? I don't know. So, when you've got a problem, a trouble in your life that's bad, but it kind of is actually something that's challenging you, that then you have to like up the whatever you up, and then work with it and go around it, and you discover new elements in yourself, and usually that suffering element actually pushes you farther into a different type of existence and being, and you learn more. And that is exactly what happens on the painting. You think it's all about the green, you throw the red in, and you're just like, shit, this is not right. So then you have to fix it. And then, so you throw yellow in, see what happens. And then you have to fix it. And you have to make it cohesive. You have to make it work together in whatever rule system is you making it work together. I'm saying you, me. But in some ways I see that as like, we got to make these things work together. We really have to, because look. Oh, God, I don't want to get into politics, but there's so much awful things happening, and we've got to make it better. So we make it better by looking at the mess and then figure out how to make it cohesive. So things like this, okay? Wait, let's find one. I don't even have one. There used to be big green circles. Just circles, like just green circles. But they've gone. So if you have something like this, you've got a yellow circle, all right? We see that that's a yellow circle. But then when you look into this space, and I have mentioned negative space a few times if you've tuned into these things. You've got a space here that becomes I'm not even showing you. Here, we've got a space. You've got blue, you got yellow, you can just come in and cover it all up and then see what that is. What if that was bright pink? What if you suddenly threw fluorescent bright pink into the middle of that? It would be awful. It'd be just awful. Sorry. Love a bit of fluorescent pink, but it'd be awful. So, but then you'd have to work with it and you'd have to communicate with it and you'd have to bring things up here and bring them down there. And as I'm reckoning with all these things, it becomes a way of thinking. It's not just happening on a canvas, it's happening in life. And in life, we've got to make these decisions. It's not just about figuring out which exit to get off of the highway. It's about how you drive. What does that even mean? Anyway, I'm going to make this a brief one because this is, well, actually, before I make this a brief one, I'm going to see if I covered some of these. Oh, yeah, here. Here, this is an idea within it. What is it? It is the quest to understand the unconscious in art, mind, and brain. Yeah, okay, from Vienna 1900. But we're still working on it. We still need to know what are these impulses. Instead of just acting compulsively, what kind of impulses are we going to let guide us to make the world a better place? Or to make the painting better? Or to make the painting what it needs to be, really, is what it is. To make the painting what it needs to be. So, what did I want to talk about? Oh yeah, when those big circles, those gests, it's like a dance. You move around the canvas in a big movement. There's big movement and there's small movement, and it's the human body relationship to that. Gesture, physicality. You get physicality in sculpture, but you get it in painting, you get it in drawing. It's like opening up. Open up and move. Move with your piece. Make it a relationship between you, making it a relationship between me and space. And you can just walk all around it. I put them down. I put them down on the ground. And then it's you can walk all around it, controlling your environment, controlling your space, creating it. What's the difference between controlling and creating? That's your homework. Get back to me. I want 3 paragraphs, introductory paragraph. What's the difference between controlling and creating? All right. What else? We've talked about greens and reds, opaques and transparents, making it uncomfortable so that you can move into a bigger place. We mentioned like this video, share this video, leave a nice comment. Oh, and yeah, and let's talk about the infinity of it too, because this is always good. This is about death. It had going to the edge of the canvas, making it so that it is infinite. It could be the size of the universe. It just keeps going. It doesn't stop. Kind of like us and our energy. It just goes and goes and goes. So on that note, I'm going to switch us around. On that note, nothing like a bit of death and infinity to, end on. And I hope you all are well, enjoying whatever holidays you happen to be. If it's Ascension or L'Aïd, or if I pronounced that right, just celebrate a painting, celebrate a live cat as opposed to dead cats. My Radcliffe. Oh, it's so sad. Okay, take it easy. Lots of love to you. Think good thoughts. Think positive thoughts. Love you. Stay healthy. And look forward to seeing you again on Exploring Creativity. Ciao, ciao.